you're becoming a big wheel in the government. The world has changed and moved a little bit. You go to the phone. Good evening, you're on Brainstorms. Hey, why don't you tell us your name so everybody out there can know what an idiot you are? Hey, people who are bloody idiots. Good evening, you're on Brainstorms. Well, let me pick up the phone. Good evening, you're on Brainstorms. That's our local assholes. Let's go to the phone. Good evening, you're on Brainstorms.
Hello, I got a comment that you might think is hostile, but now don't hang up on me and shit. Now hear me out. Now listen, are you listening to me?
I'm listening, providing you're straight.
Straight? What the hell are you talking about? Now listen here. I called the other day, and I want to talk about your ratings. Now this is a serious issue.
You wanted to talk about what?
Your ratings, Jack. Your ratings are in the toilet.
We're not talking about ratings. Ha! Nothing serious in that call, was there? My engineer is going crazy. Good evening, you're on Brainstorms.
What's up, Big Jack?
You, I don't think we want to talk to, do we?
Hello?
Yeah?
Hey, I just got to say to all your audience out there, I'm your number one caller. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you're the number one pest. That's a call we don't really want to deal with. Where do we go next? This is Brainstorms, you're on it.
Hey, Jack, it's your number one caller here. I've been trying to call for the last 10 minutes and get a busy signal. What gives?
What do you got to say besides that?
Well, hey, listen, I just got to say, you should have hung up on that last year. I mean, the rest...
Yeah, and I hung up on you, didn't I? It's the same dude. Good evening, you're on Brainstorms.
Hey, now listen, I'll make this short and sweet. How did I say? Oh,
Yeah. Short and sweet it is. I got the button. Good evening, you're on Brainstorms.
what's up, Big Jack?
What's up?
Yeah, I just got to say, a lot of your callers tonight are some real punk bitches.
And that's one of them. You got any nerve? Come on in here and say that sitting here on the chair. Good evening, you're on Brainstorms.
I'm calling your bluff, Jack.
You don't really want me to tell everybody why you're not in school, do you?
How about you let me on your like you...
Folks that call one's bluff ought to be very careful what they do. Good evening, you're on Brainstorms.
Hello, now. Hey, can you hear me all right down today?
Sure, we can hear you.
Yeah, I got to disagree with a lot of what you're saying now. Now, don't get me wrong now. Now, I got a lot of respect for you and your TV calling show, but hold on a second. I'm on a cell phone here. Hold on. I'm on the toilet. I got to wipe my ass. Hold on.
Yeah, that's one of our jokers. Good evening, you're on Brainstorms.
Hi, this is Big Jack.
Yeah.
Hi, I got this number off of a bathroom wall. It said to have a good...
I mean, we got some folks out there that are just a crew of idiots here and there. The same. Good evening, you're on Brainstorms.
You have an AT&T collect call from...
Oh, we're playing those games again. It's the way it goes, guys. Come on, Alan, leave that alone. We have these folks that call in here and play games with the phone system. We'll take action about that. We can do it. It's traceable. Traceable in this world of electronics, really traceable. So, good evening, you're on Brainstorms.
Hello, Jack. Long-time fan, a first-time caller. You'll have to forgive me if I'm a little nervous. It's just a big honor to be on your show. I can't believe I finally got through.
Well, nothing to be nervous.
Go ahead.
Another clown. What are we going to do? We have a world of clowns out there. Good evening, you're on Brainstorms.
Hi, Jack, I have a question about what you were talking about earlier. Now, isn't it true now, let me get this straight here, Jack. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah?
Now, weren't you the Penguin in Batman Part 2?
Nutcases all over the place. Got one at the control panel, too. There goes the phone again. Good evening, you're on Brainstorms.
Yeah, this is for the Penguin. I just was wondering.
We have lots of cretins out there. Good evening, you're on Brainstorms.
Yeah, I've got a question about the weapons of mass destruction.
Sure.
Do you think that weapons like freeze rays and stuff like that should be banned as well?
Like what?
Like freeze rays? I mean, you tried that in Gotham City, right?
Oh, hell. Instead, they call in here and play games. Good evening, you're on Brainstorms.
Jack, you a big man. Yeah, you so big.
That's what I mean. I don't know, guys. My size has nothing to do with it. One wonders what the size is of what's between your ears, facing what you face in this society with this government, and all you know to do is call in here and make fun.
You pick up the phone. Good evening, you're on Brainstorms. That's all local assholes. Bunch of bastards. Nutcases all over the place. Bloody idiots. Bunch of creeps. We get clowns calling in here. You smart asses. We got more freaks out there. Another freak. We have cretins and cretins. We got cretins. It's a clown. And you're the number one pest. A crew of idiots. One of the clowns, that's one of our jokers. The jokers are freaks. You cretins. Bunch of bastards. Another clown. Never understand these folks. That's one of the asses. We have lots of cretins out there. Smart asses.
A lot of your cars tonight are some real punk bitches.
And you're one of the local freaks. Another freak. Let's go to the phone again. Hope this creep has disappeared. It's a clown. Another clown. One of the clowns. We get clowns calling in here. It's a clown. What are we going to do? We have a world of clowns out there. That terrible bunch of, I won't call them names tonight. I can't think of enough names to call them. Bunch of creeps. You cretins. Freaks. Bunch of jokers. Smart asses. Bunch of smart assholes. Bloody idiots. Bunch of bastards. Yes, they're out there tonight in force.
Oh, they hurt people.
Somebody mark the guy.
Right. We break rules, we break checks, we break arms, we break legs, we break rookies, we break vets, we break reps for Breakfest. Business with the syndicate, we finish it, we limitless, talking any block, we spinning it, we talking but we living it, we mess around with the almighty. Yeah, businessmen and we all grimy. Yeah, beat you down, make it go viral. Yeah, we want the money and all the titles.
Hey yo, we hurt people. We hurt people. We hurt people. We hurt people. Yeah, we hurt people. We hurt people. We hurt people. We hurt people. Yeah, we hurt people. We hurt people. We hurt people. We hurt people. Yeah, we hurt people. We hurt people. We hurt people. We hurt people.
The architect of the business, bringing you the merchants of hurt. If your career needs a boost, man, I can get you do some work. Going up against the syndicate, suicide, I promise you'll fail. You're probably better off trying to learn to read Japanese and Braille. You don't know what you're dealing with, grizzled vets, it'll grind your gears. The squad is hard, all battle scarred, everybody got cauliflower ears. Heavyweights in tailor-made suits step aside when we're arriving. Syndicate, we don't sing and dance, we ain't down with shucking and jiving.
Hey yo, we hurt people. We hurt people. We hurt people. We hurt people. Yeah, we hurt people. We hurt people. We hurt people. We hurt people. Yeah, we hurt people. We hurt people. We hurt people. We hurt people. Yeah, we hurt people. We hurt people. We hurt people. We hurt people.
It's Wednesday. You know what time it is.
Yep. The more things change, the more they stay the same. It's been a while since I've been in here, addressing the crowd as always. Just remember, if you want to get your day started right, not just any cup of coffee, you want to get a cup of Everyday Dose Coffee, where right now, if you put in the code mWo for life, you will be able to get you a nice little discount, some freebies, and many, many more items added on. Give it a check. I started mushroom coffee 6 months ago. It's pretty interesting. You can't taste the mushrooms. And this is coming from a guy who does not like mushrooms, but wants all the benefits of the mushrooms, if you know what I'm saying. Invest in your body. Anywho, let's start the show. Yo, what's happening? So, yeah. Wanted to see how everybody's doing. Thanks for tuning in to another episode of Mike Thunder Era. Man, it's been an interesting week so far. You know, we're not even, well, We just now survived the first full week of 2025. Not one, 2 snow days. We had one, going into Saturday going into Sunday. It's about over a foot of snow. Then the next day, we end up getting another 4 inches on top of that. And, thank God I invested in a good car cover and making sure I had my car taken care of and being attentive to checking on it each day, warming it up while pushing the snow out. Also, a shout out to my neighbors because they were the MVPs as well too. I assure you, they put effort in. It's one thing I do like about my community. You can have the biggest grudge with someone. You can not agree with everything that they stand for. But the moment snow drops, it's like for some reason, everybody's grabbing their shovels and they're like, we are the world. We're shoveling snow. Like, literally, that's how it felt. And even me, I had my music playing. Like, I zipped down the side and had the music playing as I was pushing snow. Then I started noticing everybody else was doing the same thing. They were playing their music while they were shoveling their snow. And I'm like, dang, it feels like I'm in different sections of a nightclub, except we're not all dancing and having a good time. No, we're out here shoveling fucking snow because, well, not until yesterday, the plow guy showed up. But it's so wild because, we usually joke in movies and cartoons about cabin fever, right? Hey, cabin fever is real as a motherfucker. And I went through having cabin fever that whole time. Luckily, I had my homeboys to keep me occupied mentally. Because I tell you what, that was worse than the pandemic, okay? The pandemic, we couldn't be around people, but we could still go places. When you're fucking snowed in, there is no place to go. It is you and your thoughts and a bunch of snow, okay? Can't go nowhere. And it's cold as fuck to even want to go outside like that, you know what I'm saying? So that doesn't work for me, brother. Really doesn't. But that being said, let's go ahead and continue the festivities. I ended up ordering me some wings, and I'm waiting for that to show up. So please, if you notice me later on in the show getting my grub on, just mind your fucking business. All right? Enjoy the journey, as Rock would say. But without further ado, joining in the mWo arena, give it up for my homeboy, he's the Ric Flair of the Snoozerweight champion, but unfortunately, I'm the current champion as well. Give it up for our very own the Latin Larry Page. Give it up for Mr. Isaac.
What's going on?
What's happening, dog?
Not much. I'm just trying to get my shit situated. Okay, here we go. Happy Wednesday.
Happy Wednesday. You know what time it is.
It's Vader time. Rest in peace to him.
Vader time. Yo, I still want me that fur coat he used to come out.
I'm sorry?
I still want me that fur coat that Vader used to come out in. He come out in that big ass white fur coat and be like, it's Vader time.
I didn't even know why he came with a coat. I just thought he was super cool when he was on that episode of Boy Meets World.
Oh man, like that dude had. I know you remember the Mastodon helmet.
Mm-hmm. You actually reintroduced me to that.
Yeah. Like there's one where he wears this big pimped out white robe, and I'm like, yo, that shit was fire. But he never wore both the robe or the Mastodon helmet together. That would have been bomb as hell. But yeah, shout out to the late Big Van Vader. Like that dude used to come out with this like it was a pimped out. Like I thought it was pretty pimped out.
I agree with
Even to be a bad guy, it looked very it looked like a Vader type deal. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Man, there it is. There it is. The infamous white robe. It debuted at the White Castle of Fear strap match against Sting at Super Brawl 3.
You know what that looks like? That looks like when I'm jerking off in the shower and the cum goes on your leg and it gets wet. It looks like a spider web. It looks like that kind of white.
This guy.
No, it's almost like when you jerk it off and it goes in your leg, and it's almost like when you play with the Elmer's glue, almost like that.
Yeah, I mean, I've never experienced that. So,
you jerk off in the shower?
No, I never jerked off in the shower.
Yeah.
I don't know. Me, when I go into the shower, that's usually my mental quiet time. Like I'm not gonna be jacking off in the shower. Like, no. Like I feel like that's the one time of the day where, like, no matter what's going on, like my mental's all good.
I hear you.
And that makes sense.
No, of course it does. Because me, I sing. I sound like William Hung.
This nigga said he sings.
She bang, she boom. Perseverance.
Wow, that's a first. That's a first. You know what? I'll drink to that. But
what?
Even though it's water, that you sing it in the shower, I would have never guessed that coming.
That's not all the time. I did like once or twice, like, you know what I mean? Because I had like, you remember back in the 90s, you had like that cheesy radio with the dial shit.
Listen, even if it was one or two times, it's one or two times I would have never expected it coming from you. And that's not in a bad way either.
I know, but I'm saying too, I love classic rock. No, the more thing I like is called yacht music or whatever, yacht rock.
Yeah, yacht rock.
So I'm listening to like Florida. No, that's pedophile music.
Leave her alone. They say. Yeah, it's sad how they ruined my vision of what that song was.
Me too, because I remember, you know what's crazy? I remember when I was making beats, how I became I Sample, the beginning of that had a piano riff, a real clean one. And I could have just. And I'm listening to it, and I'm like, imagine my daughter is 6. My daughter is 6 at the time. I'm like, oh, this motherfucker had to ruin it.
Yeah, because the whole time I'm thinking of it as, you know, it's a young guy trying to go after an older girl.
Mm-hmm.
And like, you stay your young ass away from her, you perv.
Exactly.
So that's how I took it as.
I agree with you.
But no, I was wrong. It was all about going after a young girl. And that doesn't work for me, brother.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't work for me. No, not at all. Not at all. Like, when I see it, the first thing that comes into my mind, I go into Dominican mode.
This nigga said Dominican mode. Well, you already look it, so it makes sense.
Yeah, that's when I do the Pedro. That's why I say Dominican mode, because I'm low-key making fun of Pedro and be like, bitch, I don't like it. Bitch,
that's what I was talking about.
Like it.
Remember I was talking about the why are you gay? That's what I was talking about. I got the rhythm of that. Bitch, I don't like it.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Bitch, why are you gay? Bitch, why are you gay? Because they're a bunch of Jew rods. That's right, I said it.
Cool.
I'm just saying, what y'all gonna do about it?
No, I'm gonna finish eating my fruit snacks.
No, I was saying for the women out there that heard me say that are watching.
For my women, shout out to the fucking beautiful light-skinned woman, Joy, whatever her last name is.
Joy Taylor.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Man,
that's an interesting.
I always said it. It's not what you do, it's who you do. I mean, joking around, I said that. Not like, not like a fucking Tony Robbins, motivational thing. I mean, hey, listen, she got 2 assets. Why is Sydney Sweeney getting all these roles? Because of her tetas.
Yeah, she got a nice settle.
I know.
I mean, look, I ain't even mad at the situation.
I ain't mad neither. You know what? I feel like I've grown so much that, you know what? The women that do OnlyFans, like, it never bothered me. So I'm not like one of those guys that like outraged about it. Honestly, I think that's a little too much for me. It's just my personal thing is I couldn't be with someone who did that. That's all. But I'm not going to slander you. You know what I'm saying? That's a little too much for me. That's out of character for me. I'm never going to be like, oh, you
peanut butter cans.
But she looked peanut butter too. Oh my God.
But she shared them big peanut butter cans with the balls.
She looked good. And what's the other girl on ESPN? Molly something? Molly Quinn, whatever?
Yeah.
You know what, too? I like light-skinned girls by default.
Me too.
Like I love my Sydney Sweeney's and my Margot Robbies. You know what I'm saying? I like the knockoffs.
My dude said Margot Robbie.
Yeah, you know them. They're the knockoffs. I like them. But if we're going back to the roots, I love my light skins. Ooh. I don't care. I like Lala Anthony. And make it better too. She's even scoring in damage. Shit.
Yeah. I loved her in Power, where she let out the goods.
I saw that.
Speaking of the goods, before we continue on about Joy Taylor, let's give it up for our homeboy, the king of the DMB, the strong style fried chicken chef, the one and only, the 11.
Yeah. As long as you mad trap, keep the loot in Iraq. Iraq see the world see Iraq. Our sample probably know where that's from.
What song you saying?
That War Report, that Nori.
You know what's funny? I like the War Report, but I was more into the reunion.
The second one?
Mm-hmm. That one's a really good classic. Because you have Foxy Brown on there, right? Bang Bang. That's the joint. She did Little Kim on there that caused the friction of Hot 97 back in 01 with the shootout. You got Nas's verse on there, Be Easy. You had Queen's Finals with Mobb Deep on there. That was a very slept on. And the intro, you had Carl Thomas re-singing Sam Cooke's A Change Gonna Come.
I'll give you that.
So I felt like, and then like I said, the production was dope too. You had Premier on there. Even though, like I said, I always say he's a one-trick pony, but that doesn't discredit him. Yeah, you had him on there. I think Alchemist was on there. A classic name from Havoc. Matter of fact, that album turned 25 this year. A lot of albums turned 25 this year. Jay-Z's Dynasty, Big Pun's Yeah Baby, The Reunion, Sean's debut album.
Sean.
Who else? 112's Part 3. That was a great album, that 112 album. Part 3.
112, the shit. I fucks with 112.
Yeah. Even when they signed to Def Jam in 04, 04, 05 or something, they sounded they got a newer vibe, but I mean I hate those now. They had a different sound, updated sound, but like I still rock with them.
Mess with the 112, Mike?
No.
Hey, mess with the 112 and Biggie?
Nah.
We're 112, where the players dwell.
Nah. I was more of a metalhead during that East Coast, West Coast rap deal going on. I mean, what do you expect? I'm a wrestling fan from the South. That's all you heard.
True.
Metal and Southern rock.
I think it's funny because when I moved out to the suburbs in 01, late 01, that's when I started listening to like a lot of classic rock. And then when I worked for this investment firm in Grand Central, it was like this white dude who lived upstate. And all I heard was like, like fucking like Eric Clapton and Supertramp and shit.
This nigga said Eric Clapton.
Yo, Eric Clapton is one of my favorites, yo. Yeah.
I'm not knocking it. I just would never guessed it.
Yo, you know how crazy? I used to, you know what's funny? When I used to try to make beats, I wanted to stand out. So while everybody was doing the Kanye shit, sampling the Marvin Gaye, Barry White, I actually was trying to go to the classic rock section to differentiate my sound. And I'll never forget too, I went to a record store back in the day. It was called Mr. Cheapo's.
That kind of reminds me of the gas station El Cheapo.
It was a record store by me. Let me see this shit out. And I swear to God, the guy who in there, he looked like someone from the Wonder Years. Yeah, Mr. Cheapo's, yep. Shout out to Mr. Cheapo's.
What was you saying about Molly Carroll? I sample. You know that's Rose ex-wife.
Who? Oh no, I was saying that like I had to go back to my roots because of my girl Joy, because I love light-skinned women and I don't blame her. You know what I'm saying? Like you guys know I love my Sydney Sweeneys, my Marco Rubios. You know what I'm saying? My Tiffany Amethystons, I love them. But we going back before I sample, when I lived in the Bronx, them light-skinned Dominicans all day.
I don't even know if she's Dominican. What is she? Because I know
no, she's not Dominican, but I'm saying like.
Oh, I got you.
I'm just hardwired that when I see a mixed girl, I'm assuming that she looks Dominican to me. That's what I grew up as.
Did I send that one joint in the group chat about the nigga Jason Whitlock talking about her?
Yes, we did. We spoke about that yesterday.
Yeah.
About the what?
About the peanut butter?
Yeah.
Oh, don't worry.
I
got that clip too.
Perfect.
We gotta incorporate that. Mike, I need you to clip that, and we need to incorporate that into the show now.
That's a fact. And by the way, shout out to the real Joy.
When NXT comes on, you gotta play that peanut butter skin in those big cans. I know what I'm capable of.
She was giving a lot of joy while they were she was making people happy while they were tasting joy.
Stupid.
I said what I said.
They said
protect our feelings, and someone over Twitter may say, "Oh, that's racist, and that hurts my feelings." Everything is a feminized conversation because we have injected vaginas into every conversation. Because again, you have to have a woman on every show, and no one cares whether the woman can actually talk about the sport in a meaningful way if she understands NFL or NBA culture in a meaningful way. This weekend, a friend sent me a picture of Joy Taylor at Fox Sports that she posted on her Twitter feed, wearing a hat, "In diversity we trust." He's literally wearing a hat that says, "I have no qualifications, hire me because I'm diverse." And this is what I'm talking about when I say diversity, inclusion, and equity. And she works at Fox Sports. But again, ESPN calls itself the worldwide leader for a reason. As ESPN goes, everybody else in the sports world goes. So here's Joy Taylor with a hat on that says, "In diversity we trust." Diversity has replaced God. Again, I don't even think she's thinking on that level. Or maybe she doesn't believe in God and doesn't care.
Can I ask you guys a question?
People have bought into this quota system and think their value they have to offer the world is their skin color or their sexual origin.
He's a Republican.
He got a white woman.
Yeah, Jason Whitlock do got a white
The
woman.
entire conversation.
Earlier on live, he said
because
that
of diversity, inclusion, and equity,
I date white women.
has been dumbed
I thought
down
to
in the
myself,
sports
Whitlock,
world.
you like white women.
Everything's about feeling.
Surround yourself with a
Men
bunch of soul brothers that love
around vaginas.
black women, and then you don't have anything to worry about
That's
when
just
they
a
give you a
fact.
black host.
Mina Kimes, does she cover some NFL team that I'm unaware of?
Honestly, he's just one
Did
of.
she come up the way John Clayton
He's
came
just.
up?
He's just one of those old. He's just an
Or
Uncle
did they
Ruckus
hand her that
He's
job
bringing his political
and force
ways
her
in.
into that position because
he's bad mouthing her because she's a DEI
diverse
hire, which I
and
understand.
inclusive
But in the
and
same breath
Asian
too,
and
you being a
cute.
Republican, you should
Malika
understand
Andrews,
free
oh my
market,
God, she's the
and
greatest
you should know about
sideline reporter
sports.
ever.
If she
She's
comes
gotta
in
be the
and
host of
brings views
NBA
in,
Today.
who cares?
I'm not sure Whitlock's Republican. I know
honestly,
he's just
what
very
does she
No,
know
he
conservative.
is.
about the NBA?
He definitely is. By his views,
Let's be
I know
real.
it is because he's always I follow. I see the channels that he
So they
talks about.
dumb the entire conversation down, and then the
Whitlock,
athletes,
wow, damn. Then he
instead
going
of
Malika
anyone
Andrews.
elevating
I
their
don't know who it is.
conversation,
That's Malika
the
Andrews.
athletes dumb their conversation down to a level that women can talk about. Feelings. See, everybody can talk about feelings. If Colin Kaepernick feels like he was discriminated against, well, Joy Taylor and Mina Kimes and L. Duncan, they're all qualified to talk about feelings. An analysis of whether or not, a legitimate analysis
in reality,
of whether or
I
not
see where he's coming
this man
from.
was discriminated against.
I don't know.
They're
It's
not
a
gonna
slippery
have that
slope,
because
but looking at it from a business perspective, we gotta get these
types
views
of
in.
conversations, and women care more about feelings than men do. Watch this clip. Again, this is about what diversity, inclusion, and equity and imposing Disney values on the sports world has done to the conversation of sports, the sports media, and just how it's feminized everything. I just imagine a group of men doing what Sarah Spain and Julie DeCarlo, this was 3 or 4 years ago. They came out with a video where they got men to read them the mean tweets that they received over Twitter. Watch this video.
All right, you ready to do some mean tweets?
I'm ready.
Sarah Spain sounds like a nagging wife on TV today.
Not even married yet.
Julie DeCaro is a run-of-the-mill, mediocre beat writer.
Not atrocious, not good. Just sorta there.
I'm actually not a beat writer at all, but okay.
Sarah Spain is just a scrub muffin? I don't even know what a scrub muffin is.
I don't either.
I love muffins.
One of the players should beat you to death with their hockey stick, like the whore you are.
I'm just reading this.
Okay.
I mean... Okay, this is why we don't hire any females unless we need our sucked or our food cooked.
Yo! Sarah Spain is a self-important know-it-all.
That's wild. A wild card.
Okay.
Just read the tweets, man. There's some mean tweets.
Jason Whitlock is sick.
This dumb.
There's a lot of C word.
There's a lot of C words,
in
yeah.
Yeah.
I hope your dog gets hit by a car, you.
Damn.
What I'm saying is there's a level of criticism and crudeness and nastiness.
Shit's wild.
That will inspire men and boys. It does not have the same effect on women. This is what happens over here in the opinion space.
That's crazy.
Jason Whitlock is a savage.
Oh, I believe it.
Interesting, and what everybody has focused in on is like, holy cow, we got this black queen out here that is basically grooming her best friend, the hairstylist, to be a sex worker within corporate America. And that we got this black queen out here trading sex for promotions. And the New York Times don't want to have that discussion because that is where the discussion is. And everybody is kind of like, woo, boy, Joy Taylor. You're out here doing podcasts and doing interviews with everybody, talking about how hard you worked and how you had to be twice as good to get anything, and how this whole system, and you part of this black girl magic deal, and now we get to see from your best friend, Nusheen, the hairstylist that you ran around with, that no, you got these opportunities with that big rack of yours and that peanut butter skin, and you were willing to offer yourself up, according to this lawsuit, to an executive, Charlie Dixon, and to on-air talent, Emmanuel Acho.
Peanut butter cake.
And that you told Nusheen, hey, shut up. Keep your mouth shut. Go along with the program. This is how we roll. This is what the lawsuit alleges. That the black girl magic queen is basically in there grooming a single Iranian mother in, hey, here's how you trade sex for business opportunities. And the New York Times and corporate media and the Democrats and the leftists, they don't want to have that discussion. And it's a discussion that needs to be had because it's everywhere in corporate America. Not just corporate media, it's everywhere in corporate America. And they don't want to have that discussion because if you have that discussion, then you have to broaden it out and take a wider view and say, wasn't there a mixed nut who's the vice president who just ran for the presidency, who kicked off her political career betting Willie Brown, a man twice her age? Wasn't she spotted with Montel Williams on his arm at some point? What is Kamala Harris someone who went from Willie Brown to Montel Williams and eventually landed on Doug Emhoff, some Jewish dude? Isn't this a woman that's kind of slept her way to power? And is that the blueprint that we're laying out for young women? Hey, ladies, and not that any of these people would be the first to do it, but now we're mainstreaming and normalizing.
That's been going on for years.
We just ran a woman who slept her way into politics. We just ran her for the presidency. And now we're looking at a lawsuit where a single Iranian working mother is saying, hey, I had a mixed race lady that was grooming me and explaining to me, hey, here's how you use a big pair of cans and low morals to move up the corporate ladder. You don't need to be qualified. You don't need to work that hard. You can just bang someone, and then in the lawsuit it says, this is according to her friend, that yeah, when push comes to shove, I will accuse this executive of forcing himself on me. And that'll shut him down. And then as you walk through her career path at Fox Sports, which I spelled out yesterday, they wanted her on my show originally. I was like, nah, bad match. And people have got all upset with me for talking to you guys in a straightforward manner, that I'm spelling it out to you in a way that I hope everyone can understand. And for those of you that are disappointed with the way that I spelled it out, and particularly if your objection is like, hey, as a Christian, Jason, choose better language, I'm going to apologize to you that are sincerely feel that. But I'm going to double down and stand on it because in this moment, that type of raw commentary is necessary so that the point lands with everybody. I don't think saying that Joy Taylor has a big rack, I don't think that's profane, in my opinion. Maybe I'll listen to the rest of y'all, hit me over email, hit me over Twitter or X, and explain to me how big rack is some sort of over-the-top, inappropriate word. Or big cans is some sort of over-the-top, inappropriate word. Explain that to me, because you're talking to someone who's a recovering profanity-aholic. You're talking to someone who, used to say MF as a term of endearment. And I've corrected a lot of that. And anybody that's watched this show has seen me improve my language tremendously. And so I'm not ready to go there that big cans and a big rack is somehow across the profanity line. I just don't buy it. But maybe some of you all can explain it to me. Back it up with some scripture when you try to explain it to me.
Peanut butter right there on the screen.
Don't just come to me with your opinion. Back it up biblically, and maybe I'll listen.
Damn. Big rack. Jason Whitlock.
That was a pretty interesting, yeah. But we just finished hour number 1. For the people on YouTube, what's good, Nameless Goulet? We're gonna do an intermission clip. If you're watching on YouTube, head on over down to Twitch, where this 10-minute clip I'm gonna play is based on the second half of our debate. You feel me? Yeah.